I'm already tracking some strong and severe thunderstorms off to our west. I'll show you the timing for us here in the mountains and upstate. Plus, what is our greatest risk?
Homeowners angry about higher property values have a new law meant to help keep higher tax bills at bay.
They were concerned that they were going to have to start paying a lot more in property taxes.
The work local leaders have when it comes to your property tax rate.
Laying out the lessons learned from Helene.
People are better positioned than they were a couple years ago.
The new preparations to keep communication systems working if there is another major disaster.
Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 6.
Storms and showers crossing the mountains this evening. This is a live look in downtown Asheville from the Buncombe County Courthouse camera.
And Chief Meteorologist Jason Boyer is watching the radar for us.
Now, Jason, any severe storms moving through now?
Right now, we are quiet in that regard. It is not a severe outbreak by any means. We do have some storms, but we'll be watching the radar even more closely into the evening. Right now, the worst weather is either east or west of the mountains, down into northern Alabama. We've had some warnings east of Huntsville now. A tornado warning is still in effect just west of Chattanooga, but this is not a widespread outbreak, as you can see, even though it encompasses a large geographical area in terms of the overall threat. That's a level 2 out of 4. It is not a widespread outbreak, but we'll see some isolated severe cells possibly move through the area. Right now, some of the strongest weather is to the south over northern parts of Lawrence County, southern Greenville County. So between now and midnight, we do have that risk for some severe weather in much of the western Carolinas. It does continue on to the east of us, and it may last until the early morning on Tuesday for areas east of, say, Greenville, Spartanburg into the Piedmont. Right now, it is a damaging wind threat mostly for us in the mountains and upstate. Gusts 55 to 70 miles per hour cannot be ruled out with some of these storms. Not all, but some of them. This is an idea, past midnight. Yeah, things could still be active in some cases, but if we don't get the severe weather now, the chances are going to go down that we get all kinds of severe weather later on tonight. We'll be watching closely, though, and we'll be here for you if any warnings are issued. Right now, we are looking like rain and some thunder involved even into the late evening.
Thank you, Jason. Buncombe County homeowners who are angry about higher tax values have a new law that is meant to keep the tax bill lower.
It was signed into law Friday by Governor Josh Stein, and it takes effect July 1st. But this week, legislators will vote on another bill that could exempt Buncombe County from the reappraisal freeze. News 13's Kimberly King is live in North Asheville.
And Kim, property owners will get their tax bills in about 60 days, right?
Tammy, that's right, August. Now, homeowners have a vested interest in following what happens this week in Raleigh because it definitely could affect your tax bill. Matt Lutz with Graybeard Realty has listings across the mountains.
The market right now is way more of a buyer's market than I've ever seen here. I've been, doing real estate with Graybeard for 8 years now.
Lutz says homeowners who've received largely higher valuations from Buncombe County's tax office don't feel the numbers square.
They were concerned that they were going to have to start paying a lot more in property taxes.
The property tax reappraisal moratorium signed into law shall not use the schedule of values adopted by Buncombe's tax assessor. It applies for other counties who've also had reappraisals. But now a new bill proposes exempting Buncombe so leaders can keep their spending budgets in place.
Even if this bill doesn't pass, there probably won't be a tax break.
Here's the reason why. If legislators don't exempt Buncombe County, commissioners here in Buncombe County still have an option. It's called the tax rate. Right now, the tax rate is set at 43 cents per $100 of your home's value. Now, if Buncombe County is forced to use the old lower property values, that means commissioners could potentially add several cents to your tax rate.
Ultimately, it was trying to restrict local government's ability to be able to increase taxes on citizens.
Buncombe County spokeswoman says it's important for owners to know at this point there are no changes to their assessments or taxes. Once we understand what will happen with Senate Bill 474, we'll communicate what impact, if any, these bills have. Now, I've reached out to Buncombe County commissioners. So far, they are mum, not really wanting to comment on this evolving situation. Now, this could come for a vote tomorrow or sometime this week. We'll be watching Raleigh. Reporting live from North Asheville, Kimberly King, News 13.
Governor Josh Stein provides updates on the Helene recovery during a GROW-NC meeting. Much of the discussion focused on our region's communication failures in those initial days after the storm. Now tonight we are asking, if another disaster strikes, how will the state ensure that residents are not left in another communications blackout? News 13's Gracie Palmer joins us with the details. Gracie.
According to the Land of Sky Regional Council, the FCC says that Hurricane Helene left western North Carolina facing what may have been the closest thing to a total communications blackout in the country. Officials estimate 200,000 people were without communication after